going on, guys? Big Rob back, another brew ha video. Today we are going to show you, and I'm actually using a BlackBerry to record this, so this thing might just screw up. I don't know how long it's going to record, but we're going to give her a go ski here today. So what we're doing, guys, is one of the hang-ups I had years ago when I was first home brewing. I would start and stop, because to tell you the truth, beer tastes like shit. I found the homebrew tasted like hell, and I couldn't justify making it if I wasn't even going to enjoy drinking. So over the year, and then I'd start again, and I figured it was just the method that I was doing it, or I wasn't cleaning correctly, or some crap like that. Turns out that all I was doing was the good old can of goo. So today I'm going to teach you how to improve on the can of goo. And you can actually make some pretty dang good beer just with using the can of goo plus some adjuncts, they call them, which are basically the extra shit you add to the can of goo. Such as today, we're going to keep this real simple, and this will actually make some pretty good beer. I'm using Brew Canada, actually. Same as a Cooper, same as Mr. Beer. I haven't made one of these in a while, so I just figured, what the heck? For this video, I'm going to do it. This is a red beer. Same idea. Yeast under the cap. Actually, with these guys, they come with the Nottingham ale yeast instead of the Cooper's stuff that I don't actually like to use that much. So that's cool. But today, what I'm going to add to it is I'm going to add 1 kg, 6 cups of dextrose. Just pretty much corn sugar is what that is. Then I'm going to add some Golden Light dry malt extract. So these are the adjuncts. And then I'm going to dry hop, and this time if you've been watching my videos, I am not just going to put these into the fermenter without being in a hop bag. I'm actually using a specialty grains bag. Exact same thing. I'm sterilizing it here on the stove. Or let me see if you can see this BlackBerry right there. Basically it came with one of my old kits. I just use it. I have a bunch of them. Same thing as a hop bag, basically cheesecloth. I'm going to just dump these into it, throw it into the fermenter. So this is a real easy brew, guys. Real fast. I'm telling you, make some pretty good beer. It'll impress you if you just add a few extra things to the can of goo ski. You can make some pretty good beer skis. So what I'm doing right now is I am sanitizing. I use the good old Star San. But you definitely want to use Star San or an equivalent. This is a no rinse. I still rinse it because it is an acid. I ain't down beating acid, even though it's a food grade. Apparently you don't gotta rinse it. I give it a little rinse after I sanitize. I sanitize the whole area. This whole area gets sanitized, like the countertops, what I'm talking about. I keep my equipment in sanitation, Star San stuff. I get myself a nice plate that is also sanitized, so I can put the utensils on it. Cover sitting there to the fermenter, filled with Star San as well. My pitchers that I'll use to top up the fermenter and such are also, excuse me, sanitizing. Step number 1, guys, is really just going to be, I'm going to put some water into the fermenter, and then I'm going to add the can of goo, which I'm first going to put under some hot water to liquefy it. And then that's it, guys. I'll show you me doing it, but then I'm just going to dump these in there, stir them up, drop the hops in, and we're done. It's so easy. You can be done this in like 20 minutes. Most the time this brew takes is really just sanitizing and cleaning your gear. So I'll be right back with step number 2. Step number 1 was sanitization. All right, guys. Next step's underway. So what am I doing here? Number 1, I have removed the sanitizer and rinsed it with my fermenter. Now I'm adding a little bit of water. That's enough. That's just cold water there. Reason for that is that it actually might be a little too much, but we'll go with it. I'm going to take this boiling water that I've been boiling here, and I'm going to put it in, as long as I don't burn my hands in the process. I'm going to put it in there. The reason why is it'll help the adjuncts, the shit that we mix into our beer. It'll help it to dissolve quicker. Okay, so that's in there. I now have here, I have yeast fermenting. You're not fermenting. No, let's focus, Rob. Focus. I have yeast rehydrating. Okay, so on the back of these Lalamand, whatever they call themselves, yeast that you can buy, and again the Brew Canada that comes with it, so that's cool. They're an advanced yeast or a better yeast. It has instructions on the back how to rehydrate. Basically, they say to use 4 ounces. I just fill up my little Tupperware container with lukewarm water out of the tap, put the yeast in there, leave it for about 15 minutes, and then, yeah, it's hydrated. So next steps, I've also got the Brew Canada red ale sitting in some hot water in the sink to liquefy it so it pours nicely. I have water boiling here, coming to a boil. What I do with that is after I dump the can of goo into the fermenter, there's still some goo left in the can, so I fill it with hot water, use my nice trusty sterilized spoon to get all the goo into the fermenter. Make sense? So that's what I'm gonna do next year. Next time we come back, the goo will be in the fermenter. We'll be on to the next steps. So, I believe when I say I'm dumping the boiling water into the can of goo, that's self-explanatory. But just for those of you who need a visual, this is what I'm talking about. I already dumped the can of goo. Make sure you can see it in there. A few chunkies in it. Kind of weird that actually you can see it on the cover. I'm going to go with it anyways because it was sealed, but kind of solidified, solid, chunky. I'm sure it'll break up once I put some hot water in there. The contents in the can was the typical loose stuff, but I've never quite seen it like that. But we're going to go ahead with it anyways, not too worried about it. So I put the hot water in here, let it sit for a couple seconds. I get my nice trusty spoon ski. I come over here and do a little of this. Quick tip, do not pick up this can with your bare hands. That can is hot. Now that you put boiling water in it, you definitely want to use a mid-ski. Yeah. Gonna put that in there, be right back in the next steps. Complicated shit, guys. Here we go. Next step, dextrose adjunct into the primary fermenter. Give that a little stir-ski. There we go. Stir on up. It's good down there. Smells good too. Love the smell of making beer. Smells great. Give that a good stir. Okay, next step. I'll be right back. Complicated step number 3. Liquid. It's not liquid. It's DME. Dry malt extract. This is a golden light. What's it say? 99% two-roll malt, 1% Carpel's malt. No idea what that means. Don't matter. It's golden light. Dry malt extract, 1 pound from my local brew shop. And it goes. Now this stuff, I find you need warm water to get it dissolving. What's the video doing? This is on my BlackBerry, remember? I always sanitize the edge of the bag too, guys. Another little quick tip that could save you some grief. Before I cut it open with my scissors, first of all, my scissors sits in the sanitizer solution, Star Sand, and then I make sure we get it all. And then I dip the bag. Whew, knock over my shit there. That'd be great. I dip the bag into the sanitizer in order to sanitize before I cut it open. Clever. There we are, stirring it up. You can see that stuff gets quite chunky. So you want to give that a good stir. I'm going to turn off the video and stir this for a little bit because that ain't very exciting in a video. Though I could chat, and that's pretty damn exciting for you, I know that. However, I'm going to give this a good stir because I'm using my left hand and that ain't working so damn well because I ain't left-handed. I'm going to stir that, then I'm going to be back. We're almost there. We're going to top her up with water, 23 liter mark. I'm not even going to worry about the temperature because I know it's going to be just fine because I barely used any boiling water. And then I'm going to throw the hops in, so I'll be back. See you soon. Alright, now this is a really challenging part. Adding water. This is where you gotta be a rocket scientist to be able to make beer. So, a couple things about water. Mine is well water. I'm a country boy. I don't have city water, so that's wonderful for me. My water's great. I get it tested and all that shit. But it has a great flavor to it, so I find it helps with my beer. If you live in the city or what have you, get chlorine in it, you probably want to go with the bottled water, this type of dealio. Probably want to go with that. Or, I don't know, man, Google it, but I've heard you can leave the water sitting out and the chlorine will dissipate and shit, but I don't know. Anyway, that's up for you to figure out, but I do know you wouldn't want to just put chlorine water into your beer because it's going to make the flavor chlorine, and that's not cool. Who wants to drink Tastes like pool water beer or some shit. Anyway, so I'm gonna take this up to the 23 liter mark, and then I'm gonna come back because we're gonna now I'm actually gonna drop in if the yeast is still doing well there, yeast is doing well, I'm gonna drop in my hops. I'm using today Northern Brewer 1 ounce. So I'm gonna drop those into the bag and then into the fermenter with a weight on it. I'll show you that in a second. There it is, guys. Hops in the bag. Can you see that? I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'm moving around a little bit. Anyway, all I did is I just opened up the little 1 ounce hop bag. Mine are pellet hops. Put them in the, this is an old cheesecloth, that grain bag I had. I cleaned out the grain bag. I sterilized it in boiling water, so if it's got any little grain residue left over, it ain't gonna do nothing. They're sterilizing, there's nothing there. Anyways, then I added the spoon. A spoon, you might ask. Why in the hell would you add a spoon to your beer? It's a weight. It's going to hold the bag down, bottom of the fermenter. Typically use a marble, but I can't find my damn marbles. Kids must have stolen. That's okay. I'm going to use the grain bag. I'm going to tie this in a knot. I'm going to drop her into the old fermenter, and kerplop. All we got next to do is the yeast. Be right back for that. We are at the final step. See how easy this is, guys? And I'm telling you, the beer, you'll be impressed by it. Is it as good as all grain? No. Have some brewers won competitions over all grain just doing this? Absolutely. So it makes really good beer. Next step is simply taking your yeast that we got here, take the cover off. I usually clear a spot in the foam, but it's not doing it today. I can't get it, so it's pretty foamy. So I'm just going to dump it in. Dump all the yeast in there. I'm going to, where is my kettle? This is sterilized water. I'm going to pour it in here to get all the yeast, because I want all the yeast, that's for dang sure. Where's my sterilized spoon? Just to make sure I'm getting all the yeast off the sides and such. You guys see that, or are you just getting a picture of my counter? This is exciting, riveting shit. Alright, almost there, get her all in there, that's good enough. Now what I'm going to do is going to dump that in there, bam, okay. That water might have been a little too hot actually, that last little bit, because you obviously don't want boiling water for yeast. Give her one last good stir. Usually I don't do this, but where I couldn't get the foam off to get the yeast on there, I'm just going to make sure the yeast is getting in there. That's it, guys. We are tout de fini for my French friends. For my English friends who have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, that means we are all freaking done, man. Get my cover, sanitizer on that still, give that a good shake, get it off. Again, it's no rinse, cover on. That's it. I don't even put the bubblers on it. I just keep it like that. I put that away now. That'll go away for 2 weeks, and it'll go in room temperature. I keep mine no more than 15 degrees Celsius, but you can go up to about 18, 20. It's fine. It's not a lager, so it doesn't have to be real low. It's an ale, but I like keeping mine lower anyways, so I'm going to keep it in. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you appreciate how easy it is to make some good beer. Relatively easy. You don't have to go through the boil. You don't have to do all that stuff. I enjoy doing that stuff, so if you want to do that, that's cool. But sometimes it's fun just to make a good tasting beer really damn quick, fast like I'm talking. And that's what we've done here today with this bad boy. So, if you like it, hit the like button. If you don't like it, you know what, screw it, hit the like button. Comment, let me know that you're live and brewing, what you think of these videos, ask me any questions you got. If I don't know it, I'll make it up. I'll make up the answer, and I promise you it'll sound good. And subscribe to the channel so that you can get any new updates we do. We do a lot of taste tests and stuff too. Sometimes they're intoxicated taste tests. Those ones are fun. Got a couple of them coming up tomorrow, or tonight actually. Yeah, it's Friday. Taste test, brew drinking time. And head over to my blog. Check out my blog, makebeereasy.com. You can sign up to get all my updates, and I send out recipes and things that are going well for me on there. That's it, my homies. I'm out. Appreciate it. Have yourself a great weekend. Big Rob out.